Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. And I am reviewing something very interesting. Now, before we get on to today's topic, I want to correct something that I said in yesterday's video, which was my Overwatch video, where I talk about the whole Zach Randolph scandal and the issues going down in Virginia. And focusing on the Zach Randolph scandal, rather, I read some actual information and it's much bigger than I thought. And I'm not gonna get into it in this video because that's not what this is about. So if you want to check it out, the description for that video will have it all. You know, there's a link down there to a CBS Sports article that talks about it and talk about the consequences that Zach Randolph could be facing if he's found guilty. Yes, this is going to court. So yeah, check that video out. You know, my last Overwatch video, and watch the video and then go read the description and check out the article. The article is not even long, by the way. So yeah, let's get on with today's topic. So today I am reviewing Memoirs of a Boss. Hope I said that correctly. And this is done by the Black Hoff, aka Snake Hollywood, aka Rockbuster. And I've been wanting to do this review since last week. Actually, I was gonna do it last week, and I hit him up asking him if, you know, the album was still available online and things of that nature. And because, let me give you some background info on the Black Hoff real quick. Now, this is different from what I normally do here. First of all, this is an underground rapper. I'm not sure he's still going now. I'm assuming that he is. And me and him, we go way back. Like, we never met in person, but we go way back. We are talking 2002. So right before I graduated high school. And before there was Instagram and Snapchat and, you know, YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Vine, and before it was even MySpace. Yes, we going way back. It was Black Planet. Now, some of you may remember Black Planet. So the background story here is this. I was on Black Planet as my phone just went off. I first got on Black Planet because my cousin was on Black Planet around Thanksgiving 2001. And then I think around Christmas, he was on there again. So around New Year's, I created my own Black Planet account. And you know, my second day on Black Planet, like I was hooked on it. Like, now let's be real here. I wasn't on there trying to pick up chicks or nothing like that. No, I was just in there in the chat fooling, like, you know, being random stuff. And I was just in the general chat busting freestyle. They told me that there's a freestyle chat in there. So I'm like, oh, let me check this out. Went in that joint and I met a bunch of people in there. And some of the friendships I established with some of these people lasted for a while. Some of them still talk to this very day, by the way. And one of the guys that I met in there, not at that time, but like a few weeks or maybe a month or so later, was Rockbuster, who eventually became Snake Hollywood, who you now know as the Black Hoff. You know, some for those who follow him and check out the underground scene in New York and things of that nature. So back in 2007, he came out with his album, which is called, again, Memoir of the Boss. And, you know, I got it and I heard it and I really, really like it. It's a really, really good album. I'll get more on the rating later. So, yeah, there's the background info. So, we known each other since 2002. So, yeah, there you go with that. But last week, I asked him, like, where can people go to pick up this album? And he told me that he had to talk to somebody about that. So, normally, in my Throwback Tunes videos, in the description, I will give you a link, like a stream site or a YouTube playlist telling you where you can go and listen to this album for yourself regarding the album that I was reviewing at the time. Not this time. Because I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to get me in trouble because he told me he had to talk to somebody about giving the album out or where people can buy it and things of that nature. So there would be nothing like that in the description. Although the album is online. You can stream it online. I know where it is. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to reveal any more than that. Now, let's get on with the track listings. Now, there are 21 tracks on this album, by the way. And the first track is called All Rise, and in parentheses it's the intro. Now, the thing with this is, this is a legit song. It's a legit song right here, and that's why I'm a little hesitant calling it an intro. The track itself is 2 minutes and 26 seconds long. If it was less than 2 minutes, then I could probably say, yeah, you know what, this is an intro, but it's more than that. So I'm a little iffy about calling it an intro or a skit or anything like that. And since there's 21 songs, I can give you guys a top 5. So the second track is called Where That Deal At. So that as in D-A-T, not T-H-A. Followed by You Know Who You With without the H. And this one in parentheses is the Ross Rail edition, my fault. Followed by track number 4, which is called Don't Surrender. Followed by Memoirs of a Boss, the same name as the album. Track number 6 is called Eternal, followed by Black Tubman Rap. Track number 8 is called Exquisite, and then parentheses, then 2007. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the album actually came out July 20th, 2007. Track number 9 is called 2, as in the number 2. 2 MCs, followed by Born to Flow. Next up is Thug Odyssey, followed by Loyalty and Respect. Next up is Ride With Us, followed by Who You Want Red. Wow, that's an interesting title right there. Track number 16 is called Don't Surrender. Now, you probably wonder, wait a minute, isn't there another track called Don't Surrender? Yes, there is. Where this one is the DJ K Quick remix. So it's in the title, Don't Surrender, and then in parentheses, DJ K Quick remix. Track number 16 is called Place Your Bets. Oh my gosh, we'll get more on that later. Track number 17 is called Fear and Loathing in NYC, which, and then parentheses is freestyle. I guess it's a freestyle. Yeah, we go with that. Now, there are a grand total of 4 bonus tracks on here. Track number 18 is called If I Should Die, which is a bonus track, followed by the Black Hoff, which is also a bonus track. Track number 20 is called Thug Poetry, which is also a bonus track. And the last track is called Where I'm Coming, without the G, Where I'm Coming From, which is also a bonus track. And once again, oh my gosh, in regards to that track. So, yeah, there you go with that. Now, since this is an underground rapper who came out with an underground album, there's no singles, but if I had to pick a single, I truly believe that Place Your Bets would be considered a single, because that one actually did, somebody uploaded on YouTube. You can easily find that song on YouTube, and that one do features other people. Like some of the songs on this album do feature other artists, you know, like Absol and Born Crisis and other people. The problem is they're not listed. Like I could listen to it and see who is on there or wherever their name is mentioned or wherever, but I don't feel like doing all that. That's a lot of time. So yeah, there you go with that. Just know that, yeah, he do got other rappers on this album. So, and again, like I said, Place Your Bets, I would have to say that's a single. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, I also want to say, what was the other one? Eternal and Thug Odyssey were singles, if memory serves me correctly. And Born to Flow, I believe is also a single as well. So, with that out the way, let me give you guys my best tracks off this album from the bottom on up. Now, let me be clear. There is no awful track on here. There's no bad track on here. There's no track on here that sucks. So, when I start from the bottom on up, that means that the track that I list, or name first rather, is not bad, but compared to the others, it's not, it's not better than the others. So, Black Tubman Rap is at the bottom of this list. Again, it's not a bad track. It's a good track, but again, compared to the other 20 tracks on this album, it's at the bottom of the list. Next up is Who You Want Red, followed by Exquisite 2007. Then we got Where That Deal At. I gotta say it like that because it's just hard you can't say that naturally. And then Born to Flow, and the beat for that one's crazy. So moving on up, we got Thug Poetry, followed by Memoirs of a Boss. The snare is really dope in that song, by the way. Ride With Us was cool. Thug Odyssey is a mellow joint, but it's not in my top 5 or anything like that, because there's other songs that are better than that one. Don't Surrender, the original joint, it's a semi-mellow joint if you look at the lyrics. The lyrics, if you were to hear the lyrics of that song, it seems semi-mellow. Not semi-mellow, but mellow. It's mellowed out because of the lyrics. The beat, on the other hand, is a different story. I will not say the beat is mellowed out. You can't sit back and just chill and mellow out to the beat. You can do it to the lyrics, but not to the beat. Moving on. If I Should Die, that's a good track, followed by Know Who You With. That's a semi-hype joint right there, and that was a really good track. The Black Hoff is another good track. The beat used fits his character and fits his origin, which is, he's from New York. I want to say he's from Brooklyn, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong on that one. I could be wrong on the fact that he's from New York, actually. So, but when I was, chatting it up with him in Black Planet back in those days, in the freestyle chat room or whatever, I believe he said that he was from New York. I forgot where. I think he said Brooklyn, but, that's another story for another day. Fear and Loading in NYC. So yeah, he is from New York. And that is dope. That's a dope track. I really like the snare right there. And then we got Don't Surrender, the DJ K Quick remix. That's a favorite of mine right there. And in my opinion, it's better than the original. The beat is really dope in that one. And speaking of something that's really dope, 2 MCs is really dope right there. That's the 6th best track off this album. So, what are the 5 best tracks off this album? Starting at number 5, Eternal. And Eternal is a mellow joint. And once again, if you've been listening to my throwback, not listening, but watching my throwback tunes videos, you should know how I feel about the mellow out joints. Even though I do got a mellow out joint that did not make the top 5. But anywho, this one's a favorite of mine right here. And I really like the beginning. The beginning to me really sells me to listening to this track right there. So Eternal is a real good track. Track number 4 is called Loyalty and Respect, which is another favorite. This one is dope and this one is deep. So this one kind of a mellow out joint. And again, I ain't gonna get into how I feel, about the mellow out joints right there. The best track off this album is the intro, All Rise. The beat is dope as heck. It's like one of the best beats off this entire album. It's the third best beat off this entire album. And, Snake, aka Black, he went hard on this one, man. He really, really did. So, All Rise, a very dope track. And it's funny because if anybody from my Discord group was watching this video and they hear me name this track, they go to laugh because my name on Discord is Judge True Inferno. So yeah, that's why it's funny. Now, second best track off this album, and this one was kind of tough as far as what should be number 1. And I thought about it, and I went with Where I'm Coming From. And here's why this is tough. The top 2 tracks off my album, and I know that the Black Hoff is probably watching this because he want me to link him this video when it's up. These 2 tracks, the top 2 tracks off this album, this one Where I'm Coming From and the other one, which I'm about to name in a minute, are 2 of my all-time favorite tracks. I ain't saying that because me and Black Hoff have been cool for a number of years. No, this is legit. This is a legit great track. Both of them already. And, I really like both of these tracks. Like, I can listen to this all day. I listen to this very day. And the single used in this song, I really had to work hard to find it to some degree. Like, when the album first came out and I heard the song, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this single? And I asked him about it and he wouldn't tell me. And this was again back in 2007. Yeah, 2007. And actually, ironically enough, sometime this year, I want to say a month or 2 months, maybe even 3 months ago, I accidentally stumbled upon the single. I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar. And I went through my hard drive, found this song, and played it back. I'm like, that's the single to this. I ain't gonna tell y'all what the single is. I gotta find it again. I think I downloaded it, but yeah. When y'all hear that song, good luck finding the single. Now, the best track off this album, Place Your Bets. This joint is hype as hell. It is the hypest track off the entire album. And again, it's one of my all-time favorites. Like, I'll listen to this joint all day. There's a number of rappers in this song, and none of them brought this track down. None of them. So this right here, Place Your Bets. And it was tough between this and Where I'm Coming From, because Where I'm Coming From is a really mellow joint, but Place Your Bets was too hype. It was too hype, dog. Like, if I would listen to it right now, like I was listening to it while reviewing it, and I couldn't help but just like go crazy with the nodding of the head and the dancing part. It was dope. It was really, really dope. So Place Your Bets, best track off this album, followed by Where I'm Coming From. And then All Rise, Loyalty and Respect, and Eternal. So, seeing how this is an underground album, there's no professional ratings, as far as I know of anyway. Which brings me to the question that I already ask on these videos. What do I think about this album? Now, there is no favoritism aside. I'm going completely honest here. Like, I'm being straight up. I'm not being biased towards the Black Hoff. There's no favoritism or anything like that. But I have to be honest with you guys. This is a 5 out of freaking 5. So for those of you who were a part of the Black Planet freestyle chat rooms back then, and you got a copy of this album, if you well, I know there's a digital version up there. I'm not sure about a physical copy unless that's like a New York thing. If you got either one, you should keep it. You best not delete this album. And for those of you who don't have this album but you want it, let me know in the comment section below. I will talk to him again, see if it's okay for me to share the location of this album, or if he knows where you guys can buy the album, because this is a, worth spending money on. This album is legit. This album is dope, man. It's got 2 of my all-time favorite tracks on here, and it got other favorites on here as well that I really, really like as well. So 5 out of freaking 5. If possible, I recommend you buy it and keep it, whether it's a digital version or a physical version. I don't care. You should buy this one and keep it, because it is that dope. And again, no favoritism. I'm not being biased towards him or anything like that. I'm being completely honest, because once I heard this album again, I'm like, this joint is really, really dope. There's not one bad track on this album. So with all that out the way, man, y'all know who this is. This is the new Jay Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.